What is up, Teal Talos? I don't know really what to call you guys, because the channel's Teal Talo and that's singular and you guys are watching, so I don't know. Anyways, this is Subzeroark here, and I have a narrated Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. I have a layout, as you can see. Hopefully I'll have the first layout video on Teal Talo. But yeah, I do videos like this on my channel, along with PO battles and Let's Plays, so if you'd like to see any of that, please check out my channel. Anyways, this is a battle for Ajv62's Theme Team Tournament. My opponent is allowed to use a T-Tar with a Nerve, because weather is banned from this tournament. So if you wanted to use a T-Tar, he allowed you to use it with Unnerve instead of Sandstream. Anyway, first turn I go for Superpower, which even though, looking at it right now, looks like a nice slick move, take him out first turn, ends up actually biting me later in the match. If I'd gone for a Roxy and then taken maybe an EQ or something and gone for a Superpower, this match may have turned out a lot different. Anyways, I'm going to take the Spore here, or not really take because it doesn't do damage, but use him as Sleep Fodder, and then go into Crescent, or Crescent, because it's a, cress. Anyways, I'm going to go for a Psychic here. He's going to predict that obvious Psychic, and go into his Weavile. His theme is superheroes, and this guy does not follow his team, but he had a good name for it. He just didn't want to have to resav because he does some convoluted stuff with the GTS and getting poked through there. Anyways, he gets a freeze with his Ice Punch, which is unfortunate, but doesn't end up mattering very much because I throw out the next turn and go for Hidden Power, which is very nice. Now I'm just going to try to go for another Hidden Power, trying to take it out, but he's going to go into Infernape. Now here, I'm predicting U-turn, Flare Blitz, Close Combat, whatever, and I'm going to go into Jellicent. Now he can take a myriad of moves from this guy. The only thing he probably couldn't take was not U-turn, Thunder Punch, because super effective, but even that probably wouldn't do too much because I'm defensive bulky. Anyways, I'm going to switch out here, thinking, obvious Thunder is going to kill me, but he knows that Thunder is obvious, so he's just going to go for an HP. Ice, I'm speculating, but I would think Ice is the only real hidden power you could run on this guy, aside from maybe Water? I would assume it's Ice. Anyways, he's just going to take out my Crocodile there, and I'm going to have to go into Jirachi. Now, Jirachi here is a Paraflinch Fusion Jirachi, and so I'm just going to go for a Thunder Wave on this Crobat, then I'm going to go for a Swagger, and finally after that I will go for an Iron Head, which is very, very nice. He gets hit himself this turn, and I'm going to go for an Iron Head, as I just said I was. The only problem is that he goes out into his Infernape, which takes that well. Now, I'm thinking right here, I probably could have stayed in and just Thunder Waved and taken out this guy, or, crippled this guy, because, look at how much that does to Jellicent. Jellicent doesn't have the best defensive stats in the world, even though I am defensive, and so I'm thinking Jirachi could have taken that, or probably just at least lived. Anyways, I predict the switch here and go for a Toxic on the Galvantula, and then I make another prediction here, quite a bold one, and think that he will over-predict and go for a Bug Buzz or Hidden Power Ice, which is true. That's exactly what happened, and I recover. Not only do I take that hit very well, but I get Cursed Body, which is allowing me to get Swish Initiative, so I'm just going to be able to go for a Scald here, hoping to hit something on the switch, maybe hit that Weavile and get a burn or something, but, it didn't happen. He went into Crobat, and I'm just going to Hex here. Now, he's going to get that Toxic off right here, which is very unfortunate for me, because, Walls getting Toxic is never good. Now, I may have been able to kill with the second Hex. I didn't think so, so I just went into Crest right here. It would have been unfortunate if he gotten paralyzed, because then I'd be like, dang it, I should have stayed in. Now, these next two turns I find just hilarious. He goes for an attack, and he switches out. I go for a Psychic here, and so I'm thinking, okay. Now, is he gonna predict? You know what? I just want to kill this thing. He goes for a Brick Break, and over-predicting the second time in the match, I just go for Hidden Power. It's a lot to over-predict or predict a second time in a match, usually, because your opponent is usually predicting you to learn from your previous mistake, maybe, and if you act as if you didn't, then it's very good because they're predicting that. Anyways, he goes for a thunder here, gets the parahacks, which isn't too bad, but I'm just going to try to moonlight up, trying to toxic stall him, and it works out pretty well. These moonlights are allowing me to get back to almost full HP, and I'm getting no parahaxes. They're allowing me to get up close to full HP, and he's going to get toxic damage that's just going to keep racking up, whilst I am just going to be able to get leftovers, recovery, and nothing bad is going to happen to me, which is very, very nice. And at some point in this stall war, he's just going to say, screw it, I can't do much to this Cress, I'm just going to have to get out of there. It's right there that he decides to leave and goes into Crobat. I'm just going to moonlight up this turn, predicting another thunder, and now it's going to be this. Now, this is great. Paralyzed, 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 psychic, critical hit. I just found that sequence of event, like, amazing when going and looking back at the match. Anyways, he's just gonna go for a Bug Buzz with this guy here, this Galvantula. I wanted to switch out, but I didn't because I'm stupid. And yeah, now I switch out and go into Jellicent, but it's too late. My guy's already Thunderwaved and he's taking a lot. Jellicent's toxic, and I'm really in a bad situation here. So I'm just gonna try to go for a Hex to get good damage on it. I don't get good damage on it, but I do end up getting good damage on this Breloom, and it's very nice. Now, he goes for a Seed Bomb here. I was thinking I could take it a bit better, maybe live with a smidgen of HP, but I cannot, which sucks, because he's going to get Poison Heal, and my guy's going to be dead. Now, at this point, I'm thinking Alakazam can sweep through the rest of his team. Psychic will kill all of them. It should have been, and it would be fine. Now, I should have gone into Golem this turn to take the Flare Blitz, then switched back into Alakazam, predicting his switch into Breloom, then gone for a Psychic. But I don't. I don't suspect that he's Scarfed, which is an awful move on my part, and go into Cress. And yeah, I'm admitting that towards the end game, I did make some awful, awful plays, because if I had gone into Celebi here, I may have been able to live a Flare Blitz and go for an Iron Head, and then Iron Head Breloom to death, but as you'll see later, Breloom does have Mach Punch, so it may have been a futile effort. Anyways, I'm just going to try to go for a superpower here, but he's going to Seed Bomb. I am going to live with Sturdy, but I'm not going to be able to wake up, which sucks, and so I'm just going to end up dying to a second Seed Bomb. Now, after I die here, and go into my Rachi, I'm thinking he's going to want to switch out into Ape, take the Iron Head, go for a Flare Blitz, and kill me off. But, so I think, okay, I'll T-Wave the Ape. But that does not happen. He goes for a Spore, and that's pretty much game right there. I'm asleep right here. He actually gets up a Swords Dance because he's an SD Mach Punching set, which is a set I used to run back in the day, but now I just run Focus Punch and Leech Seed, or Protect and Leech Seed, because I find those sets more practical. Anyways, he's just going to go for a Mach Punch. Another reason I don't like Mach Punch, it doesn't do very much. But yeah, now I'm going to wake up on this turn with very little HP and go for a last-ditch effort in the form of Swagger, trying to, maybe he'll hit himself at +4, do enough damage that I can kill him with an Iron Head. But alas, I cannot kill him. Well, he cannot get Confusion Hexed, and so I'm just going to lose the match. So yeah, that was a 2-0 victory for my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you think you'll enjoy more videos from me, please go to my channel and subscribe. And if you haven't already subscribed to Teal Talo, please subscribe to that channel, because it's looking really good. That's all for today. Bye.